got a good temperament.
She does. She has a good temperament.
She's a Morgan.
Right.
You know, I mean, that's...
Come on, move over.
But you get, I mean, what do the Amish do? Just run them into the ground and then...
A lot of them were. A lot of them were. Can you reverse,
yeah,
Marta?
I mean, she seems great for having the baby and just letting me walk out there and... Let's see. Yeah, when was the last time we were on her?
Right, Marta was only on her twice, and that was back in end of March, I think. And from what I gather, I don't know that she'd ever been ridden. You know, she was acting, even just with the pad on her, like it gives you the impression she was never ridden.
Mm-hmm.
But she has been used, you can tell, because but she was real good about it, you know. And then when we took her, we ponied her out on the trail, and she was no problem at all doing that. You see that video that I sent?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think she kind of...
Yeah, I had to wait until I got home last night.
I think she kind of enjoyed that. And usually once you get them out on the trail, that's the best time to teach them anyway. They just kind of follow along and...
Well, that's where when mine was a filly, I ponied her all the time, and so she was so used to having me, above her. And
yep.
She was great. And I hate to say it, the biggest problem I have with my mare now is I get kind of bored because she's too good. Oh. I know that sounds ridiculous.
No, that's exactly what I got from her. and that's why we just sold this past December, we sold her mare that she grew up with. She had her for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And Marta said she wanted something more of a challenge.
Yeah. And so I'm like, I love my girl, I don't want to but I'm like, I'm pretty comfortable putting my friends on.
Right.
Bless you.
God bless you. Can she go up figure 8 across the middle, or are you going to lose?
Really.
No?
We got a baby in the way.
Oh, okay. Well, as soon as she gets ahead of you there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well. There you go. See, she's going. What are you scaring? You're scaring Mrs. Moon. Good girl, Mrs. Moon.
Baby. So now the key with a pole is just to hands on them, everything on them every day.
Every day she's getting better and better because Marta goes out there. Now the foal comes up to Marta.
Right.
And wants scratches, you know.
Yeah. So you just except when you have a whole and she says bye-bye.
But definitely the more hands-on is. You're asking her to back? See, obviously you can tell that she's never had a martingale on.
Yeah.
She's never had to bring her head in, you know. A lot of them, they drive, their heads are up. In fact, there's I hate to talk while I'm videoing because then you have the whole conversation.
Can't turn the speaker or whatever off.
Do another figure 8, Marta, while the foal's behind you there. Okay, do a really loud whoa, so we can hear it. Okay. Yeah, she just needs some practice under saddle. I think it's all new to her.
Yeah, I mean, for me, my biggest worry is, I've been on a few that buck, they just don't want, and that's...
Right. You don't want to go there, right?
Yeah, I don't want to go there. I'm pretty good with everything else.
And you know what? When you get them out, the best place to learn is out on the trail. And they're not going to buck on the trail because they're looking at all sorts of stuff that they... Wow, Mrs. Moon, you can trot too. Awesome. Talk to her, Marta.
Do they use words a lot when they travel?
I don't know. I think it's more of just the whip and the...
Yeah.
You don't want to trot? Come on, Mrs. Moon, trot. There you go. Good girl. Oh, you got... Pardon me?
I said, were you out running 8 days after you had your daughter?